Okay, Erica, this is strong. This is strong. This is fantastic. I just love the concept. This is exactly what I'm looking for in these types of projects where we're looking at, not just, trying to duplicate something that you've seen, but really adding an interesting touch to this. And I think by taking this tie packaging, the soft packaging, and just really pushing this to this creative boundaries is just indicative of something that personally me in my studio, I'm looking for this. This is what I'm looking for in a designer. I see this in a portfolio and I'm saying to myself, this is solid work. This is the kind of ideas, the kind of creativity, and the kind of effort that I'm looking for. And I do not speak for myself. I guarantee you that. This is fantastic. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of things. The idea itself is a home run all day long. Home run. This is, if I saw this in the store, the first thing I would want to do is pick it up and look at it. And as we know, you've heard me say this before, if you can get the viewer, the customer, the shopper to pick the package up, there's a good chance they're going to buy it. So that's as a designer, you've attained success. Okay, a couple of things I would like to mention is the first thing is the length of the package itself. Right now, it's so short that, and I think that you mentioned that you don't have a tie, but you're going to try to get one so that you can see how it works in the package. The reason I think the package is too short from top to bottom is because right now the rest of this tie, so you have the tongue part hanging out, the rest of the tie would have to be rolled up. And I'm wondering, after being rolled up for a few weeks or a few months on the shelf, oh, hopefully I don't think this would last a few months on a shelf. I think these would be scooped up right away. But the point is that it has a propensity to curl the tie. And as you take the tie out of the package, it would preclude being able to wear the tie immediately because it would be curled and it would have to be flattened out. I think instead of rolling the tie, if you were to, kind of watch my cursor, if you were kind of to layer it like this, and then have the tongue come out the end, I think that may be a little bit better of a solution. I don't know, work it out. I just think that this would have a propensity to curl the end of the tie. I might be wrong. Do some experiments, see what you find. That is a minor thing. I'm reading really deeply into this to the point where it's on a retail shelf. So as far as your execution and your conceptual development methodology goes, this is a home run all day long. The photography, I think it's a great job. The backdrop is fantastic. Good job of choosing a nice neutral backdrop to shoot on. But I think that your images are too close to the border of the the plane that you're showing them in. So in other words, give us a little bit more room around the perimeter of the composition here and your photographic composition so that we kind of really see this. You don't, I mean, you can bleed off the end like that, but just give us a little bit more room so we can really see the package. I want to show the class this because this is just really so clever. I think it's humorous. It definitely, conceptually, if your writing fits right along with the humor, the light nature, the levity of the package itself. I want to mention something really quick before I forget. I think in terms of harmony, I think that the eyes, if they were white, they would really draw a nice connection between the teeth and the eyes. I think the background of the eyes should be white. Food for thought. Try it. Tell me what you think. What I wanted to get to is this. This thing about Grandpa Frank's musty dresser drawer. That's good. I mean, it's just it really fits the whole posture, the light-hearted posture. The fact that these aren't ties that somebody's going to wear to, these are more casual ties. And I think the casual packaging, the whole casual demeanor of the packaging really loans itself very well to that. This is funny, guys. Read it. Those of you who are looking along, read it. It's funny. It's done very well. I really like the colors that you've used here. However, I think that the center aligned type isn't working. It's too difficult to read. There's two things working against you here. The type is actually, there's three things. The type is in all caps, the type is set in bold, and the type is centered. So it's just difficult. What I would do is I would set this in a regular typeset as opposed to bold. I would not use all caps. I would use title case, and I would left align right rag. I think it would be so much easier to follow along this little story, much easier. And then over here, this a parenthesis right here, that looks like canned. It definitely looks like a misprint, and it's not your fault. It's just because you're using a parentheses with a bold uppercase typeface, and at the very least, what you would have to do here is go into the parentheses themselves and increase their size, so that you can avoid that kind of visual phenomenon there. So, all right, fantastic job, love it, just love it, great job, thank you so much.